The price of HNT has fallen below the $15 level, the lowest level we have seen since August of last year. This extended and massive sell-off, one of the largest in Helium's history, is extending into the lower teens just days before one of the largest network upgrades in Helium's history. The only other network upgrade that can compare to this type of update would be the activation of validators in June of last year, and price action shortly after that led us to new all-time highs for HNT. Not only is the light hotspot migration on the horizon, but demand side strength on the Helium network continues to hold strong. If we can look past the near-term pain and macro outlook and perhaps brace ourselves for encountering a $10 HNT again, we may be entering the largest opportunity zone in Helium's history. Let's take a look at the details in today's video. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the Crypto Compound channel. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Now, guys, today's video is a difficult one to make. This is a trying time here for Helium, for HNT, but I think if we are able to look past the short-term outlook, the big red numbers on our screen, the $14.85 HNT that we are looking at right now, and we adjust our perspective into a much larger outlook, and we really step back and look at what's going on with Helium right now, I think there is some hope at the end of this tunnel. And of course, guys, the larger macro outlook with regards to equity markets, crypto markets, the global economy, of course, that is playing a huge role in this price action we are seeing here from Helium and other cryptos. So we have to remember that, and we have to be able to look past how the market is reacting to these sorts of things and look at what Helium is really accomplishing and working on and doing right now that is going to set itself up to become one of the most valuable decentralized wireless networks on the planet. So today's video, we're going to be looking at the charts. We're going to take a little bit of a look here at the consistently strong demand side protocol fees here for Helium. We'll take a look at the underperformance of the Helium price, as we can see at the number 54 rank by market cap, down 17%. And of course, we're going to look at this chart. And I did go back in time and highlight the actual activation of validators last year, which the announcement yesterday actually referenced this light hotspot update as the largest update since the validators went live last year, which is very interesting. And Amir here himself actually said this is the largest network upgrade so far. So he is considering this the biggest improvement, the biggest network upgrade so far in Helium's history, putting it ahead of the validators, which is very interesting. We're going to take a look at all of this, what this might mean, what actually happened here after the validators went live on the mainnet. But guys, the big message I am trying to convey here is to zoom out, to have patience, and to not panic here in times like this. So guys, right off the bat, let's take a look at this chart. It is really, really bad. Right now, as you can see, we're at the $14.86 level here, and that is lining up almost exactly with this very small peak here. Seems to be holding it right there. To be honest, I do see us going lower from here at this point. This momentum that we've been experiencing to the downside is extraordinary. It is one of the lowest levels we have ever seen here on the RSI. I would expect it to turn around shortly just based on this level. However, I wouldn't rule out a $10 HNT. This negative momentum is being driven by the macro economy, the macro markets, all of the FUD that is out there, and there is really no hiding from it, whether it's equities or crypto. So that is just the reality right now. We have to think past it, look past it, and see what's going on with Helium specific news and developments. And of course, this line that I drew here is May 11th. This is the light hotspot activation date on the mainnet as of right now. Of course, that is not in stone. That is subject to change if new issues do come about. But right now, this line here, which is about 11 or 12 days away, is the light hotspot activation on the mainnet. And back here, if we look, we can see when the validators were activated on the mainnet. Now, interestingly enough, both of these activations seem to be at the bottom ranges of these zones that Helium has been operating in. As we can see, Helium last year did reach all-time highs in the $22 range in May, and then it did go back and retreat, and it retreated all the way down into the $9 range and bounced off the 200 EMA, as we can see right here, which has now been broken. But back here, it went all the way and retreated and bounced back off of the 200 EMA down at the $9 range, which coincided almost exactly with the validator activation on the mainnet. As we can see, there was a small increase, a retest of that level down there, and that really was the beginning of this run to new all-time highs, all the way up at the high $50 for HNT. Now, of course, there was a lot of 5G news being spread and 5G rumors going about around this time as well, but what we're talking about right now is really network-specific upgrades, and those two do include the validators and the light hotspots right now. And if we look and fast forward, we can see that we have now, similarly to the previous all-time highs for Helium, we have retreated from the all-time highs of Helium all the way down now. Of course, this is a larger decrease, a larger drawdown. Previously, we saw a 56% drawdown from a $22 HNT to about a $9 HNT. Now we're going from the high 50s all the way down now to the $14.88 level right now. We're looking at about a 74% drawdown from the all-time highs. How much lower can we go? As I mentioned, I would not rule out a $10 HNT, but I think that the timing here is very interesting. And as we zoom out, trying to visualize what the future will hold in this area of the chart, we're not very concerned about what's going on here. At least I am not very concerned about what's going on in this area of the chart. I am more concerned about what will be going on in this area of the chart. Now, I do think that this light hotspot activation on the mainnet is going to have an even more positive impact on the network than the validators did. Right now, there is tremendous frustration, uncertainty, FUD around how unstable the network has been, and this update is going to bring stability to earnings, to miner earnings, to the network, to network participants. All of that is going to really start to separate the Helium network from other networks. And as we can see here on the Web3 dashboard, Helium is now number 4. It previously was number 5. As we can see, the activity, the 30-day trend activity on the Helium network is up 106%. If you look at the peers here, they are all down double digits, with the exception of AR up here at number 1. But this type of performance here in this sort of environment is really the fundamentals behind what's driving the network and what we should be really looking at to try and assess how valuable the network currently is. This type of performance is instrumental in building Helium to become one of the most valuable decentralized wireless infrastructure networks on the planet. So when we're thinking about what is going on here with Helium, we have to look at the fact that the price of HNT from the marketplace is getting completely obliterated, for lack of a better term, here right now. But if you follow the channel and you're paying attention to what's really happening with Helium, we will know that the demand side here has never been stronger. We have some of the highest weeks of demand side protocol fees that we've ever experienced, and we have the light hotspot migration about a week ahead of us. One of the largest and most positive upgrades to the network that Helium has ever experienced. So I think that these things are what we really need to look at to assess whether this is an opportunity to really double down on HNT or hold on for the long term, or to give up on the network. I think you guys know how I feel. Let me know what you guys think. I really see this as a massive, massive opportunity here for Helium. And I think maybe in 6 months to a year from now, if we are perhaps closer to the $100 level here on the HNT chart, we'll look back at this line here and this light hotspot activation and think to ourselves, wow, that was an incredible time to jump in. But guys, I encourage you to zoom out to really think where we might be headed here. Let me know what you guys think. But again, do not rule out a $10 HNT in the future. It is possible to even go back and retest this yellow line here. It would certainly be very, very scary, but guys, it is possible. Guys, that is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching until the end. As I mentioned, please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please hit that like and subscribe if you have not already. But just like that, this video is over, and I will see you next time.